And when you were talking about restrictions, you were talking about in Portugal or in Ibiza. I'm sorry, I didn't see that comment, so that was. But talking about restriction, actually, while we were away, all the restrictions have been. I mean, most of the restrictions have been lifted in Portugal, so we don't need to wear, especially the mask mandate. So we don't need to wear masks anymore when we go to the grocery, to the shopping, to most places, except maybe some health spaces and maybe transports. I'm not sure, because from one Uber to the other it changes, so not everybody is aware of the changes. I know that in Spain nobody wears a mask anymore. Here in Portugal, people are still. When I got to the shopping today, it was half. Most people were not wearing their mask, but they had it either here or in their hands. So I guess people are not sure yet. And, it reminded me of something. You remind me of 2 years. The first time I went downstairs to the groceries, and everybody was like this. And I still remember how everybody was looking for masks all around the world. Countries were stealing each other masks. The US was stealing masks that were supposed to be for France and whatever. Now they all pretend to be united for Ukraine, but at that time nobody was united. I still remember when everybody arrived to the shop and everybody was like this. It felt so strange. It felt so cyberpunk. It just felt like I was in one of those series from the future. Everybody had a mask. And people were scared to touch things. And everybody was putting alcoholic gel on their hands. But the strangest thing to me was seeing everybody like this. Like everybody's face was covered. And it feels like you kind of got used to only seeing people's eyes and not the rest of their faces. And it felt so strange. It felt like we were in China, under the polluted Beijing weather. And then we got used to it. Then it felt normal to never see nobody's face. It felt normal to have people with hoodies and masks. Well, usually when people are walking around with you with hoodies and masks, for us in Paris back in the days, it was like, yo, let me get the fuck out of here. These people are about to stab somebody. Like, they don't want people to recognize them on the surveillance cameras, whatever. And actually, you would walk around like this with your hoodie, and or you would have like a hat like this, and listen, police would stop you in a heartbeat. Like, why are you hiding your face? That would be how it would go. And for some reason, we kind of got used to this way of life. And this morning, I saw everybody's face at the grocery. I was like, yo, I'm seeing everybody's face at the groceries. And you know how he felt? He felt so strange. I was like, oh my God, who are all these people? Like, you're so used to seeing everybody's half face. Then when you see their full face, you're not sure who you're talking to. Listen, there's even some people that you've been looking at every day because, you go get your grocery at the same time and you're like, that girl must be cute under her mask. And you know, it's just a thought, and then you continue your life and you don't care. And then you see her for the first time without the mask and she's ugly. And you're like, oh shit. Listen, we've been through a traumatic experience, and it got traumatic not because we lost a lot of people, but also because the media and the governments all got hysteric and exaggerated everything. So, now I have to train my ears to go back to being normal and breathe normally. Remember that people have others, like it's kind of strange. And like, listen, it's special. I don't know for you, but for me, I was in the shopping center. I went to Vasco da Gama, and when I was like, yo, that's strange. And some people had nothing. Some people had a mask, and some others had a mask like this. And some others they wear it like this now here in Portugal. They love to walk around like this, which I find ridiculous. But me, I always have one in my pocket, in my hoodie, or in every jacket. There's a mask now. Yeah. In the airport in Spain, nobody had it. In Ibiza, nobody had it. In Madrid, nobody had it. And when I landed, interestingly, I start doing my check-in for my flight 72 hours before on the 24th, and it was still asking me to input the passenger locator form, so PLF, that they asked Portuguese citizens because since the COVID. So I had to input that. I had to put my COVID test, like a bunch of things that I had to upload to be able to check in. And on the 25th, that's when I read the decree, and like all these things were not necessary anymore to enter Portugal. So I went back to the check-in, and it was asking me for nothing. Just maybe the QR code for the test. That's it. For my vaccination thing. That's it. And when I left from Portugal going to Ibiza, everybody in the airport had masks. When I came back, I was in another country. Everybody had their face outside, and everybody was breathing the same air and not their stinking breath. Wow.